Hi guys, welcome to this week's episode of our podcast. I am so pleased that you've joined me today. I hope you're well. I hope you've had a great week, and I really hope that you're looking after yourselves and your family and your friends and you're well. So guys, today what I wanted to talk to you about is confidence. And I think you can kind of read a lot about confidence. If you Google kind of how to be more confident and stuff like that, you'll get lists of things from people, including, positive affirmations and things like whenever you have a negative thought that comes into your head, switch it for a positive thought. But what I thought that I would do today is not those kind of things, but the things that I found that have really helped me when I've needed that little bit of confidence, or that have helped me kind of over the years gain more confidence. And I'm really thinking about this in like my work context, because I think that especially when I was just starting out in my career in those first few years, I think that's when I really needed to learn these things that I'm going to tell you about now in terms of confidence. I really hope they're useful. I really hope they will help you, and I really hope that they will help you kind of propel yourself forward, make those advancements in your career or in your life that you're looking to do but you may be holding off on. So the first one, which is going to sound really simple, is that I used to just remind myself that everyone is human. And I kind of learned this over time, and you think to yourself when somebody says it to you, that's obvious, of course we're just human. But I think we tend to, especially when we're maybe lacking a bit of confidence or something like that, or we're wondering whether we're kind of good enough to do something, you kind of almost put other people up on a pedestal and think, oh yeah, so and so can do that, or this person can do that, or something like that. But then I think to myself now, no, everyone is a human. We all have the things that we're good at. We all have the things that we're not good at, and nobody is perfect. So when you're in a situation where you don't feel like, say, you're up for the job or up for the whatever you're trying to do, and there's somebody else that's kind of better or something like that, where you're comparing yourself to others, which is another one that I would say, do not compare yourself to anyone. Remember, everyone is human. We all have our own paths, we all have our own experiences, we all have our own things we're good at, we're not good at, our own biases in terms of the way that we think or the way that we perceive things. So guys, don't stop yourself from doing something that you want to do or that you deep down feel you can do because you're comparing yourself to somebody else, or that you don't think you're good enough. Because ultimately everyone is human, and we can all have a go at doing these things that we want to do. So that was the first one, I think, that kind of really helped me, particularly I think step up and volunteer to do some things that I thought would be, this again in a work context, volunteer to do some things that I thought would be a great challenge but I'd never done before, or anything like that, so I didn't know if I had the skills or anything to do it. And I just remind myself, no, everyone who is going to be doing this thing is only human, and you can learn along the way. You can talk to people, you can try and work it out, you can read something to try and work it out, and ultimately give it a go. Okay, so the second one I think that's helped me along the way, and it's only just really like crystallized in my mind now to try and like talk about it, define what it is sometimes we can focus too much on trying to be right, trying to have the right answer, or only speaking up because we think, oh yeah, this is a good point, I know I'm right on this point. But ultimately that can really serve to boost our confidence if we are right, and then people agree with us. That can be a real boost to our confidence. But just think of the impact that it can have on you if your focus is on being right, to having the right answer, and having other people agree with you and then they don't. What's that going to do to you the next time if you are suffering with some low confidence in a particular area, or low self-esteem or something like that? Then if people disagree with you, then that can really cause some tension inside you, and maybe make you not want to put yourself out there again. But what about if your focus is more on just finding the right answer? You're not trying to be right, you're not trying to prove that you're being right, your focus is not on being right, because ultimately if two people have different opinions, then one of you is going to be wrong or slightly wrong or something like that. So if your focus is on finding out what the right answer is, then actually that can be a really positive experience, and your confidence will be boosted because you're being curious, you're trying to find the right answer, you're striving towards something, and ultimately it's more collaborative, less confrontational, and that's a way you're more likely to get to the right answer if you approach it that way than just trying. Then your sole aim is to prove that your original opinion was the correct one. So I feel like that's kind of really helped me, because now I feel like, again, you can just interject, ask questions. Again, I think I'm thinking about this in a work context for me, because it's really helped in, say, like big meetings or meetings with senior people or things like that, where I think, no, if we're trying to get the right answer here, then I'm going to interject with this point, I'm going to ask this question, I'm going to see if we should explore this angle of things. And it can actually really help. And then when you take a conversation forward and you're contributing to finding the right answer, that can really help lift you. So I would say think about that one, especially if you feel like that is holding you back on what you want to achieve or where you want to go with anything that you're working on at the minute, whether that's in work or outside of work. See if that can help you, and if that actually gives you that boost of confidence that you may need. And the last one that I'm going to leave you with here is, don't always trust your memory. And that may seem like a bit of a weird one, because you're like, oh, it's my memory, it's just things that have happened to me in the past, so why should I not trust it? And for me, this has been key, I think, in helping me to, well, more in not holding me back and not kind of stopping me from putting myself out there for trying to advance in my career and in life, actually, which is to think sometimes when we are thinking about something or we're going to put ourselves out there, our memory may tell us things where this hasn't worked in the past and this is why we shouldn't do it. But I would say, don't trust your memory on these things. Not only does, because it didn't work in the past, mean it's not going to work in the future, but our memory likes to put this there for us. But also, we don't always remember things exactly as they were. We remember our perception of it. We remember maybe how we felt. We remember, or our memories are shaped by any biases that we already have, any experiences that we already had, and things like that. So I would say, don't trust your memory. So don't listen to your memory. Don't try not to focus on if your memory shows you things that have happened in the past that mean that you may not be as confident about doing things in the future. So those were the 3 things that I wanted to share with you about confidence. Hopefully things that aren't just the normal things that you would Google and the list that would come up in terms of how to kind of be more confident or boost your confidence or things like that. And hopefully they're more tactical things that you can try and use, can try and remember when you kind of need them then in those situations, and when you are thinking about any kind of advancements that you want to make or progress that you want to make. And just think through these things, and hopefully you will then stop holding yourself back and you will go for it and you will put yourself out there. Because guys, at the end of the day, we need to have more confidence in ourselves. We need to put ourselves out there, and even if it doesn't work the first time, it's fine, just go again. And so guys, I really hope you found that useful. I really hope you have a great week ahead of you, and I really hope that you stay well, you stay healthy, and you keep looking after yourselves. And guys, if you are watching this on YouTube and you like our channel, then why not subscribe? You can hit the bell button to know when we release a video. We're doing more videos now. Jermaine's doing his daily news most of the week. And also you can find us on TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. So why not check us out on those places as well. And guys, this podcast is available across Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, and many others. So guys, I will leave it there, and I will just leave it last to say, have a good week, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.